struggling with relationships and struggling to figure out how to actually go about, staying in one and not dealing with the pain of having people hurt us or, take advantage of how nice we are, or, how do you go about being in a relationship and being good to people without feeling like the good that you're doing might be used against you. And the simple rule that I use, because I feel like I would fall into that category, is that you always got to remember that at the end you're doing it because you believe that that's who you should be. They believe that that's what you should be doing. And if you're doing it for yourself, to protect the perspective that you have on life, to protect how you view life and how you view, you view the world around you, then you realize that it's not really about people. Is that the relationship that you're in becomes sort of an avenue for you to be able to give that to. You have an environment, a place, a person that you can give it to. You can create the best of what you see in the world. You can create the best man or person that you can, and then you give it to them. But if someday they decide that they're gonna walk away, well, it doesn't actually hurt you at that point, because yes, it sucks that you no longer have that avenue, but you won't feel like you were used. You won't feel like you're missing a part of you in any way. You'll just realize that in reality you were doing it because of you, and you still have yourself. And so the other person becomes almost like not as, you don't have to be as needy of the other person, and you can't go through a relationship as being needy, any relationship. And so it's not really a case of red pill, blue pill, and trying to view the world in a way where it advantages you, but just to live in real life. If you can't go through the world needy, well, the answer has to be that the relationships that you have come from a place of abundance, and that place of abundance can only come when you realize that the source is yourself. And in any environment, that will create abundance in your life. There's an abundance of people, but there's only one you. And so that's how you become less needy of people. That's how you become less attached to this person, that person. And it allows you to actually move away from pain that it causes, right? A lot of people go through relationships, and when those relationships end, they don't know who they are anymore. They don't know how to move forward. They don't know what to take as action. In reality, the actions that you should take are just the same actions that make you who you are. The same actions that made you who you are before. You just do them again. And maybe eventually you'll find somewhere else, some other person that will appreciate the things that you do, the things that you build to create the person you are, right? And I think that's something that I wish I would have known in some cases, and I wish that it would help me understand relationships better, because it's not just about girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever relationship. It's about friendships too, right? If you go in a relationship you go into a friendship with the idea that you're going to be the friend, you want to be a friend to someone because you want to live in a world where friendship exists, then what you're doing actually is you're detached from the person, you're detached from the other, and you're just attached to this idea of being a friend. And that makes it that you're almost like, how can you get hurt, right? How can you get hurt from that if you're the one giving? When you're the one receiving, then you're more vulnerable to actually being deprived of that. But how can you be deprived if you're the source? And so I think that this is a key point here, a key point towards, growing as a person, being a more stable person, and also realizing that the world isn't just in other people's hands. It's something that you have to take control of to an extent. And you can do so like that. You can do so by being more in touch, in tune with what you see, being more in tune with what is it that for you makes for a great person. What is it that you want to see in the world, and just become that. And if you are numb to these things, then it's to take actions which will remove the comfort from yourself. And by removing the comfort, it will allow you to actually figure out who you are. You realize that if I remove this cushion, I realize that I become more like this, I become more like that, etc., etc. And you'll receive back, you'll retrieve back those parts of you that maybe you thought were gone. And so that's where this comfort comes into play. And if you need somebody to actually help with these things, to help with figuring out a fitness approach, a diet approach, a life routine, or little habits that will allow you to move forward, you can leave a comment, you can contact me from the description. And yeah, but everything I said you can apply yourself as well. Thank you for watching.